This morning, the White House asking the U.S. Supreme Court to lift its pause on deportation flights of a group of Venezuelans it says are gang members. This after a bus of those detainees left the ICE Bluebonnet detention facility on Friday night, but then turned around as lawyers fought the deportation flights in court. Among the detainees, Eduardo de Boyen-Raul, whose wife visited him on Saturday.
They were told, well, you were lucky you were sent back because you were going to El Salvador, not Venezuela.
Why did ICE say that your husband was detained?
Because of his tattoos.
ICE did not return NBC News' request for more details on his detention. In a separate case, the Supreme Court has also ordered the Trump administration to facilitate the return of Maryland resident Kilmar Abrego Garcia, who was sent to an El Salvador mega prison last month. The president saying a week ago he'd obey any rulings from the Supreme Court.
If the Supreme Court said bring somebody back, I would do that. I respect the Supreme Court.
But this week, with the president of El Salvador sitting by his side, Mr. Trump and his cabinet made no such request.
That's up to El Salvador if they want to return him.
Abrego Garcia visited this week by Maryland's Democratic Senator Chris Van Hollen.
If you deny the constitutional rights of one man, you threaten the constitutional rights and due process for everyone else in America.
Trump has also spoken recently about wanting to deport U.S. citizens if it could be done lawfully.
We also have homegrown criminals that are absolute monsters. I'd like to include them in the group of people to get them out of the country.
Facing various legal hurdles, the president has not shied away from directly attacking judges.
We have activist judges that don't want murderers to be sent out of our country.
Even calling for the impeachment of the federal judge who paused some of the deportation flights. Meanwhile, protesters out in the streets this weekend, from Denver to New York, voicing anger at the Trump administration, including its recent immigration actions.
Now, Peter, the president is here this weekend in Washington, golfing yesterday in Virginia, and he says celebrating Easter from the White House today. The White House press secretary last night called those legal efforts to block the deportations, quote, meritless litigation, but the decisions of the courts in the days ahead will be key with those detainees' fates in limbo. Peter?
Vaughn Hillyard on the North Lawn at the White House this morning. Vaughn, thank you very much.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.